Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Nechuk Arts. I'm happy today to bring you the first in a series of videos where I'll be showing you some of my smaller paintings. Of course, you can see in the background there on the walls some of my larger works, and it's a little difficult, at least with the setup that I'm using today, to show off those larger paintings in a video. So I've got some smaller things I've been working on, and for a couple of reasons. One of them is a convenience in shipping out to hopefully some new collectors, you out there. And so they'll be a little easier to ship and a little easier for you perhaps to find a spot for these paintings in your home, which answers the question that somebody had asked me previously. They had seen my videos with monoprints and had asked me, are these works for sale? Yes, they are. And I'll get a little bit more into detail about that a bit further into this video. But we're here to look at a painting today, so let's do so. Here we go. This is a small painting. This is 12 by 16. It's a simple painting, but not simplistic. And what I mean by simple is if you take a look, for example, again, at the paintings behind me, very often when I work, I'm painting complex designs. They're busy, if you will. There's a lot of colors, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of texture going on. Later on in a further video in this series, you'll see what I'm talking about when we get to paintings in that style. But now I want to start out with something a little simple. All right, so let's take a look at this. This is 12 by 16 inches. It's mixed media, oil paint and ink on board, on archival board. Okay, it's very important that art that you purchase is on archival surfaces because you want it to last for your lifetime and hopefully even pass it on to somebody else as a valuable collectible that you enjoyed. All right, so mixed media piece, and as you can see, it's a little bit simple in the sense that there are only a few detailed kind of elements that we can examine. You've got a simple blue background, you've got the main object in the center, and some color design, color elements, texture working in the upper half here. So it breaks down kind of simply. The name of the piece is Parkland. You might remember the Parkland High School shooting that took place. I have a history of working in abstract works that don't necessarily jump out at you with the subject matter, but also a big chunk of my work is politically aware, politically motivated, and speaking with a political message, politically inspired by the culture that is around me. Chicano artists have a long history of working in political subject matter. And in addition to that, Chicano artists in general and myself in particular have a long history in working with religious, Catholic, Roman Catholic iconography in particular. So this is a heart If you don't see a heart or didn't see a heart, it doesn't make you wrong. The important thing is that this piece brings some kind of enjoyment to you, whether it's visual or on more of like a thought process. So it doesn't matter how you approach the work for to appreciate it, but this particular art piece has a particular message and particular iconography. So for a long time, I've worked with the heart, which is a big icon in Roman Catholic iconography. I spoke before about when I was young. I attended Catholic school, and we had to spend a lot of time in Catholic church. I wasn't a big prayer, a big praying kind of guy. So I spent an awful lot of time just zoning out and staring at the statues and the stained glass. And so that the color schemes and the visual iconography became part of my mente, and it shows up in my art. So here we have the heart, Parkland, and it was inspired by a quote that one of the students had made. One of the students had said that that day they took 17 shots to the heart. That particular quote is what inspired this painting. Subtitle, 17 shots to the heart. And actually, when I release it, when I finally title it, it may well be that. But right now, working title, Parkland, although the piece is finished. Let's get some close-ups, and you can see oil paint, ink, gold ink, black ink. This is red and black oil paint. See if I can get you even closer and you can get some of the texture. Each one of these represents one of those shots to the heart. 17 shots to the heart, 17 black spots. Emptiness, 17 spots of emptiness. And so to get a little bit into the process, you can see these are made by my fingers when I work, when I paint. I don't use any brushes. It's all hand and scraping with tools, palette knives, screwdrivers, whatever I happen to have near. Now, I caution any of you artists out there, young artists perhaps, who might say, oh, that's cool, I want to paint with my hands also. Do remember that these materials can be harmful to you over the long run. So wear gloves. I wear gloves when I work. But everything that I apply is done by hand, with hand, and so when you see these surfaces, these are all made by my hand. So, Parkland, 17 shots to the heart. A little bit more close-up once again, because what's important to me also is color, visual enjoyment, and texture. All right, so I hope you enjoyed 17 shots to the heart, Parkland. Thank you. Please join me for the second in the series of small paintings I'll be showing. See you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit like, subscribe. See you next time. Peace.